Now, we're going to switch gears completely here. This next demo, it may look simple, but it's one of the hardest things to do precisely. Anton is effectively reaching into the scene, bridging the gap between the real and virtual worlds. This is the foundation for the ultimate sandbox. You could build anything in this. The game development is really excited about this because the possibilities are limitless here. Another thing that's really difficult to do in a virtual world is drawing. And in particular, writing requires extreme precision. The tip of that pencil Anton's using is being tracked at sub-millimeter accuracy. So the pencil shows off the precision really well, but for something a little more artistic, Anton's going to move on to some more paintbrushes here. He's actually metering out the amount of paint that's being put on the canvas using the analog trigger right now. Nice. For something like a spray paint can, the angle actually matters of what he's doing here. Ooh, dripping right down the wall there. Nice. Yeah.
Of course, you know, if you just want to mess around.
You can do that too. So drawing is a kind of fundamental capability, but it doesn't have to be used literally.
Let's see what else we got.
You could use it instead, say, to lay out a path of objects.
I'll help it out. You know, you could always try again.
Better. Other things that use drawing are selection. Selection is one of the keys to something like a real-time strategy game. Finally, we have an interface on a console that lets us do real-time strategy. Here you can see Anton's lassoing troops, and then he draws a path for them to follow. You can imagine using this for other kinds of games, like football. You could draw out the route for a wide receiver to follow. Blurring the lines between RTS and first-person shooter here. We already showed first-person shooter once, Anton.
Well, it's always good.
All right. Anton's going to set up the next demo, and we're going to shift gears here a little bit. We're going to step out of our room here and move into a virtual arena. We're going to show you some character control, actually.
So as you can see here, my motions are mapped directly onto the character. When I move my sword and shield, he moves them exactly as I do. Hey, everybody. Of course, this is no good if you can't hit anything.
So we've all seen lots of demos with swords and shields before, but the kind of precision Anton's getting here with the tip of that sword is just crazy.
Tickle, tickle, tickle. Of course, we can do all the standard moves. We can thrust high, low, sweep, hit high. And this is one of my favorites.
How many years of kendo was that? You can also use it in a defensive posture, too. Now this is a little bit different. Now we've shown you, you can see one-to-one Anton's hands moving, and the virtual hands move exactly as he does. You can point and throw, no problem. You could reach around an enemy that's coming at you. He's doing behind the back. You can really do anything you want with this.
Let's see here.
Ooh. Now we're going to finish off with everyone's favorite in our lab's interface here, the archery mechanic. He reaches behind his back, pulls out an arrow, and knocks it.
Of course, the tension on the string matters, so the farther I pull it back, the more power I'm going to launch into this guy. All right, Rick, call the shot.
The farthest guy on the right there. Gangster style, yeah.
Oof.
Steady.
Let me see if I can. Oh.
Nice.
Let's go for something a little more dramatic. There we go.
All right, last shot.
All right.
If you can't see here, Anton's actually dropping down to one knee, Robin Hood style, to finish this last shot. Ooh. Camera has no problems tracking him when he does that. All right. Well, I hope these real-time tech demos sparked your imagination. It certainly sparked the imagination of our development community. We're looking forward to sharing more about the motion controller with you in the near future. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
See, not everything got out. This is going to be a really exciting part of PlayStation's future. So thanks to Rick and Anton for giving us an early glimpse today. Everyone should expect to hear more about PlayStation Motion Controller in the future and prepare for a launch in the spring of 2010. One of last year's biggest sensations was Sackboy and Little Big Planet. And since its launch last November, we've seen over 900,000 user-created levels played more than 200 million times. There's a lot more in store for Little Big Planet in 2009, including a Little Big Planet game coming to PSP and lots of new licensed content. Imagine dressing up your Sackboy as a member of your favorite Disney characters, including Jack Sparrow from Pirates of the Caribbean, Cinderella, or even Mr. Incredible. And we'll be rolling out these costumes and more from Disney Interactive Studios on the PlayStation Network starting this fall. Now, you may remember Little Big Planet's tagline from a year ago, play, create, and share. It's also something you can sit down and play with your 6-year-old daughter or your hardcore gaming friends. That was never intended to be just a tagline. It was the beginning of a whole new genre, something you could find only on PlayStation. And this is the first time where user-generated content, social networking, and gaming have come together in one place. PlayStation is in the best position to evolve this category, and I'd like to introduce a new franchise today, our second, and one that is also exclusive to PlayStation 3. I'd like to welcome William Ho and James Grieve from United Front Games to show you the next great title in play, create, share genre. We call it Modnation Racers.
2 years ago, when we first heard the phrase play, create, share, it inspired me, us, and I'm sure most of you as well. It is much more than a catchphrase. It is a full-blown genre on the PlayStation. So what does play, create, share mean to a racing game designer like me? Well, I dream of a fresh racing adventure that anyone can pick up and play every day, that empowers everyone to imagine and create whoever, whatever, and wherever you want to race, and invites everyone to the party, whether you're with old friends in your living room or meeting new friends online. So today, we're proud to introduce to you Modnation Racers. It's a thoroughly modern take on classic kart racing. It's made only possible on a console as powerful and versatile as the PlayStation 3. Before we get to some racing, let's meet the racers of Modnation. I'm sure you've all seen these urban vinyl collectibles and designer toys made by companies like Tokidoki and Kid Robot and others. And what I think is really cool about them is artists you've never heard of before are expressing themselves in unlimited styles and becoming superstar designers in the process. So what we do in Modnation Racers is we empower you to express yourselves and to become superstar designers yourselves. So I created this character. His name is Monkey Butler. I've always wanted to have a Monkey Butler. I think he's pretty cool. So I've saved him, I've uploaded him. All of you can download Monkey Butler and rate him. How'd you rate him, James?
Not too high, Will, not too high. I don't know what's with you and this monkey guy. I think I got another outfit for him here, though. I think that's a little better.
That's cruel. So what kind of mod would you want to be, smart guy?
Let's take a look. Let's see what we got. This guy's pretty cool. I don't know, though. He's not for me, though. I think I'm going to go with this guy. Yeah.
Okay, he's pretty cool, but you're going to put him in my pink dune buggy, which I think's all right, you know. Pink is the new brown. You got to like it.
This guy needs a real race car, man. I'm sure we've got something better for him in here. Still a little pink, I think. Maybe we'll go with this guy.
All right, that's a nice ride, James. I respect that. So while you're preparing for your race, I'm just going to tell everyone here that these are just a few of the unlimited number of combinations that you can make in the game yourself. You can create, you can share, and remix them. So here we are in the game. Let's have some fun. Let's hit the track. When we set out to make Modnation Racers, we wanted to make the most gorgeous, most physical, most interactive kart racing game you've ever seen. It starts with the graphics. We're harnessing the full power of the PS3. The results speak for themselves. We're also using real-time physics everywhere. The kart handling just comes alive. Surface changes like this old rickety bridge just feel right. And kicking your kart into drifts just feels sweet. All without sacrificing pick-up and play control. We've got some weapons here. We've got a full arsenal of weapons that we're introducing, some with familiar play mechanics, others from our secret labs that we're developing. Up ahead here, take them out. Up ahead here, we're going to see some of the more physical and interactive elements, such as this launcher. We've also got a stomper. We've got we call it the Devastator. It takes out opponents. You feel the ripple. You feel them being taken out. This one you can activate remotely. And, learn to drive, Coder Boy. Sorry, better luck next time. So that's a bit of the racing in Modnation Racers. This track was made using a tool we call Track Studio. We wanted to empower racers like you to become creators yourselves. It's ridiculously easy to use. So we're going to show you how it works. We're going to blow away that track, which was made in Track Studio. We're going to start a brand new track. And we're going to try to do this in record time in under 5 minutes. Are you up for it?
See how we go. We'll see how we go.
So the reason why it's ridiculously easy to use is because we let you create by playing. And James is going to tell you what he's doing here.
Like Will said, this is super easy. We're just using regular driving controls here. We've got elevation on the right stick so we can make some hills. And it's smart enough that if we cross over the track, it's going to put in a little overpass or something for us. So we're going to keep this track pretty short, I think. Just make a little straight here. And then we'll bring it back to the finish line. We just have to drive back through the finish gate to close this off.
Bring it home, James. So as he closes the loop, what's happened here is in seconds, he's actually made a brand new functional racetrack. And as he enters test drive mode, we spawn AI opponents, and he's racing, and he's finding out how fun his track is right away. How's it feeling?
Feels pretty good, I think. Feels pretty good. We better dress it up, though.
All right. So I kind of like off-roading. Can we add some dirt roads to our track?
I think so. We've got something here for you. So we'll just select dirt from our palette here. And this is as simple as just dragging it out over the track. We can change the surface type. So it's pretty easy.
All right. Now we got to put in a background. Why don't we start with some mountains? Can you make some really big mountains?
I think we can do that.
I'm a fan of big mountains.
I think we got something here for you. We'll just make this brush a little bigger for you and just start pulling away here. This is really satisfying.
Bigger. I love big mountains. They remind me of our home in Vancouver, British Columbia. They're beautiful mountains there.
Nice.
So I think we need to add some water.
I think we can do that as well. We just turn the brush around and we'll just drag this out through here. And then we've got a lake for these guys. I think one last thing we're going to need to do here, though, is we're going to have to even out this hill here. So just make the brush a little smaller. And once again, we can just drag this around and we'll bring up another hill. And we're all good. That's looking pretty good. One last thing while we're here. We'll go to our surface brushes. We've got a ton of surfaces to choose from. We're just going to go with some dirt around here today, and we can just spray this down like this. Nice and easy.
All right. I think it's time to add some green. Can you make a forest?
I think we got something here. Let's see. We'll go to our props. We'll just bring the cursor back through here. I think a couple of trees around this corner is probably going to look pretty good. Ooh. So we'll just start around here, and we'll just start laying these guys down. Once again,